So today we are at the stunning Amendoeira resort. We are playing the O'Connor course, first hole, par 5. We've managed to knock a 3-wood down the middle. I've got about 280 yards for the next shot, so I will not be waiting for the green. Not quite been hitting the gym enough to try and get this one onto the green. Maybe eventually. So absolutely stunning resort. We've got the clubhouse up here in the distance. We've got the accommodation over here. Great place to stay on site. Guys are now on the green, so we're going to give it a go. Right, we've got 3-wood, slightly downhill lie. So I'm going to just keep a little bit more weight on the left leg to hopefully get good contact. A little bit of wind off the left, so let's try and see if we can get that starting down the left and fading back in. Oh no. It's left. It's in the trees. Hopefully find it. I tell you what, I've got lucky. Throughout this whole Portugal trip, I cannot stop hitting the ball left. So when I get home, it's definitely going to be a lesson required. I might be, the next few tips might be some anti-left golf tips. How to not hit the ball straight left. So we've got 71 yards. It's a par 5. There's a pin just short of the bunker, so really just want to carry it about 6 to 8, absolute minimum. Slightly long of the pin here is absolutely fine. So we're going with sand wedge. Normally goes about 85, 90, so I'm going to go for a 3/4 swing. Sit the face open a little bit. It's actually setting up quite nicely actually. It just probably won't spin very much. Right, slightly beyond the pin's good. Right, narrow stance, weight to the left. Keep that weight left. Down. Go. Short right, not the worst, not the best. Right, couple of cups to the right. Putt for birdie. It's on a good line. Not bad. Take that, tap in par. Not too bad, we'll take a tap in par for the first hole. Lovely hole, tricky par 5. So second hole at Amendoeira, it's 301 metres. The pin is tucked round into the left hand side, which kind of makes you want to go for it, but there's actually lots and lots of space out to the right. Huge amount. There's a bunker, there's the fairway really sort of branches out down the right hand side, so as much as that reels you in, definitely go down the right hand side unless you've got a bit of a slice. Then you could obviously favour the middle of the fairway here, but my bad shot's left, so I am definitely aiming way right. Right, come on, way down the right, right of those palm trees in the distance. Wind a little bit behind, which is good. Oh, left again. Awful. Let's cut the corner. So, change of plan. Don't speak too soon when you've not played a golf course. It's not fine. It was in the hazard, so I've taken a drop. So it's third shot, second hole, 93 yards. The wind's picking way up. Hopefully if we play a nice wedge shot, we can manage to get scramble a bit of a par. So 93, probably playing about 85 because of the wind. Ball's way above my feet, so I'm going to have to hold down the club. I've got a much more lofted club, so it's also much more likely to go to the left. So pin's tucked way left. I'm just going to aim at the centre of the green, and if it starts a bit left and then the wind brings it, we could hit one nice and close here. So centre of the green is good from here, aim wise. Let the slope and the wind bring it round. Travel. Go! Oh no, it was online. Right guys, so change of plan. We're now in the bunker after 3 shots. It's now just about salvaging the best score possible. It's pretty shallow. There's actually not a lot of sand in it. So I'm just going to put even more weight on the front foot and make sure I've got really level shoulders so that it comes in just a little bit steeper and it's just a bit more club head dig. Right. Let's land this a few yards short and let it stick. Sit. Sit, sit. Not great. Standing on the tee thinking fairly simple second hole. And now a putt for bogey. Come on, roll it in. Going underground. Ah, dead pace again. Double. Double, double, double. Time to make some birdies now. Third hole on the O'Connor course. I am 2 over par, not too happy. Bad second hole. On an easy hole as well, so not going to chase birdies. I'm just going to be patient. Hopefully there are some birdies to be made. That's definitely a bit of advice. Don't go chasing as much as you want to go right at pins and start playing aggressive. I didn't play that hole well, so you're going to have to be a bit more conservative. Try and get a fairway. Just get off the bogey train. So just try and make a par on the next hole. Don't try and do anything crazy. Birdie putts might fall, but I would just try and play conservative. So this hole's 149. Pin is... It's quite difficult to see where the pin is actually. It's looking like it's central, so I'm going to go for middle to the back of the green, centre of the green. I'm not going to go at it at all. Yeah, just going to go centre of the green. Just get it on the green, 2 putts, make a par, get off the bogey train. Can be aggressive on other holes. Left again. Get a nice bounce. Oh, long and left. With a chip shot down. So I'm going to go with 54. Back in the stance to get ball first. It's a bit of a funky lie. And let it release down to the hole. Chase. Not good. Let's see. Okay. Uphill, downhill, slightly right to left in the final third. Bogey, bogey, bogey. Ah, another bogey. Right, the O'Connor course is fiddly. It's very, very fiddly. It's short, lots of trouble, lots of hazards. Not always a play it as you see it. I think a lot of the time it's about being technical and having the correct placement. So let's see if we can get back to 2 over for the front 9. So 1 under from here on in. It would be more, but I'm not playing very well just now. Having a bit of a bad run at the moment, so if I can go 1 under for the rest of the front 9, I would be delighted based on how far left I'm hitting it. So I'm going to have to be clever, put the ball in the right spots. Never played here before, so we've got that to my disadvantage, so give it a try, see how we go. So a bit of advice, if you've got a rangefinder, just Bushnell different hazards, find out what they are, so you know which ones are in range and which ones aren't. I think that's really, really important, because if you know which ones aren't in range and you know which ones are, you can make a really confident decision off the tee. So I've got, the last right hand bunker is 200. So I know if I aim left of that and don't hit anything that would go further than 200, I'm not going in that bunker. So, right, come on, straight down the middle. Oh God. Oh, this is stuff I've never played before. So we've got away with that one. We've managed to nicely thin one down the middle, keeping it low under the wind. So keeping it nice and low under the wind. We've got about 155, quite a lot downwind. So I'm thinking 9-iron for this one actually. Right. Got 145 front, big downwind. Come on. Let's try and really fade this one, hold it off. That's going to stop me going left. Front edge, not bad. Didn't appreciate how long the green was. I've left myself an absolute beast of a putt. It's massive. Must be a good 60 feet? It's a good 60 feet anyway. It's absolutely enormous. So I'm going to take a look from the side, get a feel for uphills, downhills. It's definitely going uphill at the start of the putt. Up, down, down. And I would always do that with a long putt because we want to get a feel for the speed. Whether I get this line wrong or not, it's not got too much break in it. The most important thing is that we get the speed right. Or just get it as close as we can. Do you know, if you hit it half the distance, you're 30 feet away. If you get the right distance and you're miles left, miles right, you'll be no more than 10 feet away. Right, come on, this is like a full swing. This is enormous. It's miles away. Right, full swing putter. On a good line. Still got a bit of a job to do to get the par. Uphill. Not too much in it actually. Get in. Oh, nice. Nice 60 foot full swing 2-putt. Par 5, 456 metres. Might go with another full swing putter. Down the middle. So, second shot, we found ourselves down the middle, quite nice. So it is 218 up a steep slope. So I'm going to go with a hybrid here, 2 hybrid. Let's see how it goes. Turn, 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 keep going. I tell you what, I struck it lovely, didn't see it come down. Might be in the bunker, might have caught the green, but a good strike. I tell you what, if I miss a green, I always want it to be in a bunker. I'd much rather have a bunker shot than some sort of pitch over off a tight lie. Bunker shots all day long for me. Right, let's see if we can salvage some sort of birdie. Let's see if we can get a nice shot, nice and close. And I can feel a spot of rain. Didn't think it rained in Portugal. Right, come on, up slope. It's going to pop out a little bit higher. And it's going to land quite soft because of that. At the pin. Sit. Oh, a golf shot. Right, obviously that's a tap in purely for advice, because I see a lot of people doing this on the golf course. It can definitely save some shots. Unless you're a complete tap in, right next to the hole, go through your normal routine. Mark the ball, maybe not read it in this instance because it's so close, but mark the ball, go through your process, read the putt, line up your ball if that's what you do, go through your normal process, take your time. This still counts the exact same as a drive off the tee, and the amount of people that score poorly because of rushed putts inside 5 feet. So go through that normal routine, set up, and then go. And yes, it might seem ridiculous at times, but you'll be amazed over the course of a year how many shots you could save doing that. So that's a bit of advice. Inside 5 feet, definitely stick to the process. And then in good news, that was a birdie. So what have we went? Par, double, bogey, bad start. What hole was that? That was 5. Parred the 4th after the 60-foot full swing putt, and then that's a birdie. So we've got it back to 2 over par. So we're on track for the front 9 goal. 6th hole, lovely little par 3. Again, the usual for the O'Connor. Some water on the right, some water on the left. Not in playing this hole unless you hit a really bad shot. But yeah, it's about 170 to the pin because it's at the back of the green. 170 because it's at the back of the green. I'm just going to play middle. Middle's good, it's slightly into the breeze, but then it's slightly downhill, so both probably cancel one another out. And yeah, there's plenty of space on the right. Wind's off the right, so I'm going to aim back right of the green with the hope to find the middle of the green. That's the plan on this one. Come on, right. Back right of the green. That is the plan. Keep turning. Move! Move, move, move! Oh, it didn't move. Dead straight, pin high, perfect club, just off the right. Up to the apex and let it roll down, let it release. I tell you what, that had some amount of brake on it. A crazy amount of brake. It looked good. It looked good and then it just went whoo, flying down. Right, still a tricky putt. Uphill. It's going to be about a cup left. Right, don't. You've got to give this enough brake. Lovely. Oh, I'll take that. 7th hole, pretty tricky. There's some trouble down the right hand side. Bit of space on the left. But again, it's probably not one I'm going to hit driver. It's a 3-wood. Knock it down the left hand side. Maybe try and even put a little bit of a fade on it. Ideally, down the left, over that black and white stake. That's the one. Little wedge shot here, downwind off the left, 114. 114 to go. Let's go with. So we've got 114 to go. Let's go with a nice, easy 50-degree wedge. Right, pins in the left, but wind's off the left, so we're just going to go right at it. It's on a good line. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It looks good, but I think it might be just short. You can probably all relate to this, but I was so excited for the Portugal trip and I've actually played pretty bad. And there's nothing worse, you put so much pressure on yourself. You really, really, really want to play well. And I've definitely hit a few crazy ones. It was probably worse a couple of days ago at Quinta do Lago North. It was one of the worst rounds I've ever played. Playing with one of my mates, which was great. My mate's David. But yeah, played pretty bad, so I think everyone can relate to that. I think we can all relate to that, just golf trips upcoming and just desperate to play a really good game of golf, but we cannot complain. We are playing golf. We just all want to play good golf. Right, that's actually ended up really good. It's way better than what it looked from the fairway, which I thought that, because it was 114 and I normally hit at 110, just nice and easy, if it's really, really easy. Right, downhill, slightly left to right. Let's see if we can roll this one in. I've had the speed of the greens pretty good today, it's not been too bad. Right, come on. Good routine, start it on the line, look and then go. Look and then go and then hit it halfway. Oh, I didn't even have a chance. So hole number 8 at the corner, we need some birdies to try and hit that goal. It's 330 metres, so obviously it's a bit longer in yards. And I'm just going to go 3-wood again. I think 3-woods seems to be behaving at the moment. Left of that black and white stake, wind off the left. Let's get another little fade on the go here. That's the one. Oh, got a nice bounce as well. That's more like it. So that's gone miles down. Great bounce. 69 yards to go. So that one's gone really long. Cannot complain at that. That's probably the best. So that's probably the best tee shot of the day. That was a lovely little fade with the 3-wood. 69 yards left. Let's see what we can make of this. So it's on a slight down slope, so we need to get our shoulders level with the slope and swing down the slope so we can get a good strike. Downhill, downwind, so we're going to have to allow for a little bit of release. So land it just short. Let's maybe land it about 62-ish. See if we can get it to land and stick. Stick. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh! Oh! Oh, I thought I holed that there. That would have been so good. I tell you what, I cannot believe that didn't go in the hole. It was so close. It looks like it's hanging right on the jaws. Played that lovely, can't complain. Let's get the pitch mark first. Ridiculous, thought it was in. Tough putt. Back to maybe don't have to do your routine for this shot. You just tap it in and fist pump. That's us got a little birdie on the card, so happy days with that one. We've got a birdie. So that brings us back to... That actually brings us back to 1 over par. So we've gone from 3 over to 1 over. Got myself back on track a little bit after a funny start. A bad start actually. So, and the next hole's the 9th. So yeah, looking good. So 9th hole, it is 381 metres. I've gone from 3 over to 1 over. So the goal of getting 2 over after 9 is on, which is great. That was a great birdie. I'm delighted with that. I'm going to favour the right side. Always sticking to your pre-shot routine is a must, regardless of whether you're playing bad or good. Make sure you're standing behind, looking through the target line, visualising shots, trying to think of what a good shot would look like. Try and avoid thinking about the trouble. Obviously it's easier said than done, but try and visualise good shots. Think of what a good shot looks like. Hone in on a target, be really specific with something. Try and get a good feel for what you're trying to do in your swing. So I'm trying to hinge up and get the club face in a good position. Step behind the target line, commit to a line, step in, have a look, and then go. A little bit open with the face. Oh, a few bounces. We're okay. We're still on the right side of the fairway. Absolutely fine. No water. 137 on the pin. Winds into off the left. Winds slightly down, slightly off the left. However, just because of the wind, I'm just going to go a nice, easy 9-iron. There's plenty of space beyond the pin. So just a nice, easy one at the pin. If I strike it nice and the wind doesn't touch it, we're good. If it drifts slightly, there's lots of space on the right-hand side. So nice, easy 9-iron. Take that spin off the ball. Hold your line. Oh, go! It's looking good. It was right on it, didn't move in the wind. Maybe close the face a wee bit, but that's a good thing. Putt for birdie and a level par front 9. Let's knock it in. Right, we've got up the slope, and then it's going to feed down from there. So it's actually got a big break at the end, especially because the putt's starting to slow down. Generally the putt's not going to break too much at the beginning because your ball's travelling fast. Then it would reach its apex, the sort of middle of the putt. Then it would reach the middle of the putt and it would start to take break. And then the ball's really starting to slow down at the end. So that's how I would go about reading a putt. So it's going to be it's going to be a little bit left to right, hit the top of that slope, and then it's really going to feed down to the right from there. If I can can get this one inside 3 feet, we're doing well. That would be a good putt. Slow down, slow down. I'll take that, that's pretty good. Come on. 2-putt par. Nice. So there we go, we done it. The goal was 1 over, which after the first 3 holes being 3 over, really bad start. Pretty good, happy with that. So stay tuned for part 2 of the video. We're going to go a break challenge. So we've managed to get that score, we've managed to hit that goal. So stay tuned for part 2 from Amendoeira Golf Resort, where we're going to be on the back 9 of the O'Connor course, and we're going to do a birdies versus bogeys challenge. So make sure you check out that. Make sure you check out the channel for part 2 coming soon.